Hi everyone! I just wanted to do a real informal video about my LuRay Pastels collection and go over a little bit of the history. Mostly because I noticed that there were a lot of videos about Fiestaware, which is great, but LuRay Pastels was a great line of dinnerware, and I wanted to do a video about it so there would be one on YouTube. So I'm just going to go over a little bit of the history and go over some of my pieces in my collection. So here we go. This is my collection of LuRay Pastels. I've been collecting for about 3 years now, pretty intensely. I just love the colors. It was originally manufactured by the Taylor Smith Taylor Company of Chester, West Virginia, and it was manufactured from about 1938 to 1961. And in those years, it was one of Taylor Smith Taylor's most popular lines of Chinaware. The four colors were Persian cream, which is more of a yellow, Windsor blue, surf green, and Sharon pink. And I believe around the beginning of the late 50s, early 60s, they added the fifth color, the Chatham gray. I don't have any gray pieces. They're the rarest pieces. The usual sales marketing technique was to buy starter sets of four, and it was called Rainbow, and you'd get one of each color. So having the fifth color, Chatham gray, never really worked out real well, and it was eventually discontinued. And that's why the gray pieces are the most expensive. But it does harmonize well with the other four colors. So I'll start at the top shelf. This is just a footed gravy boat in the surf green color. I have a lot of pieces in surf green because it's my favorite color. These glasses were just go-alongs. They were made by Livy Glass. Sort of like Fiestaware has glasses made to go with them. So did LuRay Pastels at one point, and it matches very well. These are the shakers. These just are stamped USA on the bottom, but they usually stamped almost everything except if it had a round surface, like the muffin cover here just has USA stamped on the bottom. Mine doesn't even have a stamp, but usually it's just USA. My collection started because of this creamer right here. I had seen a set of four creamers in all four colors at an antique shop, but they were 20 bucks. And one day I was at a Salvation Army and I came across this creamer and I just remembered how much I loved them. And I love the colors and everything, so I bought it. It has some horrible crazy on it, so that's probably why it was only 50 cents. But this is the creamer that started it all. And you'll notice that on the bottom, almost every piece is stamped. They did that until probably the early 60s when the company was going to start to discontinue the line. They were trying to cut costs, so that's why they eliminated the stamping. But most pieces have T.S. T, LuRay Pastels, USA, and the bottom numbers refer to the month and year of manufacture, which is way cool because you can see exactly when your piece was manufactured. So it was made in 1946 here, and sometimes there's a third number, and that refers to the line inspector who made it. But I love how LuRay made so many different serving pieces at different points. So back here I have a cake plate, here I have a casserole dish, and I have several of the large oval platters. Some of my favorite pieces are the bud vases, and this one's really chipped, but the bud vases are super rare because they only made them for several years. But here's the bud urn, and then I have two of the bud vases. So these are so cute. And then this piece is really neat. This is a nut dish or a coaster, or it could be used as an ashtray, I guess. And then here's a butter dish. This piece is really unusual. It was disputed by some as not even being LuRay, as being more of a go-along. But I read somewhere that it actually is in fact LuRay. It was made to fill a custom order, and it was only made in the surf green color. But it's like a syrup pitcher, so that's really neat. This is a water pitcher. Here's a actual sales booklet from LuRay, which would have been given out in department stores that sold LuRay, and it has the price guides on the back, which is really neat. They used to be a pretty moderately priced china, great for couples starting out. Here's one of the handled gravy boats. This is the pickle dish, and then I have several oval bakers, which are great for serving pieces. And I have some of the smaller oval platters back here. This is the second style of teapot they did with the curved spout. The original teapot was more like the sugar bowls in that the spout was more flattened like that, and then the handle wasn't as curved upward. but they changed the style of the teapot after a few years, so I have the second style teapot. This is probably my favorite piece of LuRay that I have, and it's also very rare. This is one of the after dinner coffee pots, and I just think it's adorable. And then behind that I have, these are the demi-tasse cups that go with the coffee pot. I don't have anything from the original coffee set, which was only manufactured for a year, and it's probably one of the rarest things made by LuRay. It originally was much more hard-lined. There weren't many curves, and it didn't really fit with the set very well. But the newer design here, as you can see, fits perfectly. It's got the laurel motif and everything in the little swirled finial on top. I love these bowls here. These are like cereal or oatmeal bowls. They're called 36 bowls. I'm not sure why. Here's bowls that have tabbed handles, which are great for fruit and things like that. And down here are little dessert bowls that you can't really see very well. Here is the original water pitcher, or no, just original pitcher design. It had the large pronounced foot, and it also had a more pronounced spout, which curves further upward. This is the second design pitcher, and the spout is much smaller, and it has no foot. So this is more like a ball type jug. Here are the LuRay mixing bowls, and they did come in each color for each size. I cheated right here. I don't have the last small one. I just used one of my 36 bowls, but you can't really tell unless you look really closely. So, but these are great for, I love to toss salads in these, and they're great for mixing things. They're real heavy duty. I just love them. And then this is a really neat piece. This is like a relish dish. It's great for having veggies at parties and stuff like that. This is the demi-tasse creamer, and this is the demi-tasse sugar bowl. These are the salad bowls here. I don't use them too much because it's easier to toss salads in the larger mixing bowls than it is the actual salad bowls. These are kind of cool. They're called grill plates, and they're great for barbecuing, you know, in the 50s and 60s. Outdoor backyard patio and barbecuing was really popular, so LuRay made these cool compartmentalized grill plates. And this sign wasn't made by LuRay, but it's still really neat. It's like a collector's sign that was made in the late 80s, early 90s for LuRay. I've probably invested a crazy amount of money in some pieces that are really rare, and not as much in others. I have gotten some great deals. I've overpaid on some pieces. It just depends. But it's been really fun. I love collecting LuRay. You can still find like the bowls and plates in antique shops. It's gotten much harder to find the unusual pieces like the serving pieces, which are the most fun to collect, I think. But you can still find them occasionally in the antique shops. Like I found a set of the 3 nesting bowls in a local antique shop, and they were priced so cheap. I could not believe they did not know what they had. So every once in a while you can come across a great bargain. I do also have the Eperge right here. I don't have room to display it with my LuRay, so I have it displayed over here separately. And I found some flowers that look kind of like they're in the surf green color, so I love that. It's really neat. But yeah, collecting LuRay is a lot of fun, and I just wanted to make this informal video to show off my collection. So I hope you enjoyed it, and if you also collect LuRay, please talk about it in the comments. I love to hear about people's collections. All right, bye.